My name is Joe Bono. I'm the 2010-2011 president of the American Academy of Forensic Sciences. The American Academy of Forensic Sciences meeting was held this year in Chicago, Illinois. As a part of the meeting, we teamed with the Chicago Cultural Center to look at a very important event that occurred initially back in 1955 and then was later investigated many years later. This program will demonstrate, hopefully, how forensic science was involved in a further investigation in the ETill case. What happened to ETill in 1955 cannot be undone. However, what forensic science added to that investigation many years later, hopefully, will be able to enhance the justice system so that should something similar ever happen again, forensic science can play a role in ensuring that justice is done. Thank you very much.
I'm Eva Silverman, and it's my pleasure to welcome you here today to the Chicago Cultural Center. And we are very, very happy to be partnering with the American Academy of Forensic Sciences on today's lecture. We're especially pleased that the AAFS has chosen Chicago for its big annual meeting this year, and that they've been so generous to bring some of that expertise and make it available to the public here today. You know, for those of you who are Chicagoans, you probably know meetings and conventions come and go to the city, but rarely do we as Chicagoans get the opportunity to share in some of that expertise that comes to town. So I really think this is a special opportunity, and we're so glad that we were chosen as the venue. And I especially want to thank Janine Spellman from Uli Creative, who selected us, and I've been working with her for a few months to make this happen, and it's been a pleasure. So for some of you who maybe perhaps haven't been to the Chicago Cultural Center before, I just want to mention that we have free or very low-cost cultural and arts programs here every day, and we are open to the public, and we're glad you're here, and we'll hope you will come back. We have calendars for our programming out in the lobby, so please pick one up. We do many other lecture programs, and all of them are in collaboration with other organizations like this one, particularly universities and nonprofit organizations in the city. So I'm going to start by doing an introduction for Joseph P. Bono, who is president of the American Academy of Forensic Sciences. Mr. Bono is currently an adjunct instructor in the Forensic and Investigative Sciences program at Indiana University, Purdue University, Indianapolis. He has been a member of the AAFS since 1978, and in 1980 achieved the status of fellow in the criminalistics section. In 2006, he was awarded the American Academy of Forensic Sciences Criminalistics Section Mary Cowan Distinguished Service Award, and is also a trustee of the Forensic Sciences Foundation. In 2007, Mr. Bono retired from federal service as the laboratory director of the United States Secret Service Laboratory in Washington, D.C. During his career, Mr. Bono served as the quality manager of the Drug Enforcement Administration Office of Forensic Sciences and as the director of the following forensic science laboratories: the DEA Special Testing and Research Laboratory in Dulles, Virginia, the DEA Mid-Atlantic Laboratory in Washington, D.C., the Naval Criminal Investigative Service Regional Forensic Laboratory in Naples, Italy, and the St. Louis County Police Department Laboratory in Clayton, Missouri. Mr. Bono has traveled extensively during his career, making presentations in the forensic analysis of drugs, laboratory accreditation, and certification in the following countries: Venezuela, Colombia, Guyana, Ecuador, Austria, Oman, Pakistan, Taiwan, France, Turkey, Hong Kong, China, Germany, Sweden, and Italy. And so please join me in welcoming American Academy of Forensic Sciences President Joseph Bono.
Thank you very much. I'd like to just add something to the comments that were made. I have done a lot of traveling. I'm from St. Louis, and one of my favorite cities in the whole world is Chicago. I remember a few years ago when we were setting up the 2011 meeting, Nancy Jackson asked me, she said, "Where would you like to go when it possibly comes your time for a meeting?" I didn't blink an eye. I said, "I'd love to go to Chicago." So again, thank you. I appreciate everything that has happened in terms of the partnership between the American Academy of Forensic Sciences and the Chicago Cultural Center. It's been a real joy working with the group here to try to put this program together. ETill. I remember 1955. I was 8 years old in St. Louis, Missouri, and I remember when this happened. I grew up in a integrated part of St. Louis, and I used to wonder with my African American friends, why can't they go where I go? And I remember when I first heard about what happened to Emmett, even as an 8-year-old, I thought, why does this happen? What is it in the human element that causes this to happen? Why is it, again, I can go places that they can't go? Why is this important today? I've devoted my entire life, actually most of my professional life, to forensic science. And I've come to realize that today forensic science can impact or have an impact on what happened back in the 1950s and 1960s and even up to today. Forensic science cannot undo what happened to Emmett Till in 1955. We can't turn back the clock, but in forensic science we can assist in someday achieving justice in Emmett's death or any other death for that matter. If that happens, the message that we're trying to convey here today will not be in vain. So again, I want to thank you all for the opportunity to stand here. Well, you'll have some opportunities later on to ask some questions, and I hope you enjoy the program. Our first introduction, or my first introduction, is one of my closest friends, someone I've come to admire over the last 10 years or so, Dr. Douglas Ubelacher. And Doug will come up and make the introductions. And again, thank you for coming, and we look forward to some other communication later on in the afternoon. Thank you.